What do you do when your 3D is showing something you don't want to see, when 3D is showing something opposite to your desire? And by what you do, I mean, what is your reaction? Well, your reaction depends on your understanding and internalizing of I am. If you truly live as I am, you really know who you truly are. You know how to manifest, right? You just decide. You put your attention on what you want. You decide, this is what I want. And you assume the feeling of being the person who already has it. And by assuming the feeling, I mean you assume the knowing. You know it is yours because you have chosen. You have decided. Whatever you do after that doesn't really matter. As I am, that's how we manifest. So after that, let's say you encounter a situation that is unwanted in your 3D reality. How do you react? Do you own it? Do you own that unwanted situation? Because if you do, this is exactly how you expand the unwanted and the lack of your manifested desire in your external world. As I said many times before, manifesting, what you call manifesting, happens instantly in the now moment. Once the decision is made, once the assumption is assumed and felt and known, that's when we manifest. Now, by the law of the 3D world, it usually appears a little bit later, right? With some type of a delay, like thunder appears after lightning, because it's the law of 3D. Thunder comes second, lightning comes first. Even if the sun shut off right now, if the sun shut off right now, it would take us 8 minutes to be in the dark. We wouldn't be in the dark before 8 minutes, even if the sun died right now, right? So the nature that we live in is a little bit slow, right? So when you manifest something, it's in the now and it appears a little bit later. But a lot of you are confusing instant manifestation with instant reflection. That's not how it works. Manifestation is now, reflection is a little bit later. So instant manifestation, that's what you do every day without even knowing it. But it doesn't mean instant reflection. So when the reflection is not to your liking, just let it be. Let it be. Don't own it. Don't judge it. Your problem is that every time something appears, and it is not your desire at all, it is sometimes opposite to your desire, the first thing you do is you are judging this thing as being a sign of your failure. And secondly, you own it. You own that thing. You're like, why this manifested when I had already made the decision? The reason why it is most probably because your attention has been divided. And by attention being divided, I don't mean that you have to think about your desire all day long. Please don't misunderstand me here. What I mean is that once you have decided of an outcome, you don't divide your attention from that, meaning you don't imagine the opposite, right? You don't create in your inner world, in your assumptions, the opposite of that. If I have decided that I am married, to that person, for example, like many of you, you have a specific person in mind. If that person does whatever they may do, don't own it. Because if you react to whatever they may be doing right now, then you are just proving to yourself that you are not who you say you want to be. In that very moment, you are still thinking and reacting from a state that is opposite of the state of being that you should be in. But if you already know it is done, you're already in that state of being. If something opposite happens with your person, you don't react because it doesn't belong to you anymore. It is not yours to own. It is not yours to react to. Because when you do react, you do expand the unwanted because manifestation is instant. So without even knowing, you are manifesting instantly every moment of the day. But you only see it, like I said earlier, a little bit later. So every time you react, you are in this creation mode anyhow, because this is who you are as I am. You are creating all the time. You are all things all the time. Next week, by the way, I have a super duper successful story from a client who manifested her husband who was divorcing her in December, right? This is only early February. And she's already moved in the country she wanted to move to. Why so fast? Because she said one keyword in her email, which I'm going to read to you next week and even give you more information about her story because I'm speaking with her tomorrow. But the one thing that she said, that one sentence that she wrote in her email was, what stuck with me is that as I am the creator, I am all states. She realized that, and that was huge. That stuck with her after our conversation. It stuck to her that if as I am all states, why do I worry? Why do I bother to dwell in the very states I don't want to dwell in? Because I am also all the other states that I want to experience. So every time you react to the unwanted, you are accepting that this whatever thing that is happening right now, it's your reality right now. And because you are accepting it, that's how you become divided. You have left the state where you were before, where you had decided this is who I am, this is mine. You already have a divided mind. You divided yourself. You step into an opposite state the moment you paid attention to the unwanted circumstances that are happening in the 3D. You identify with them, you own them, and you said to yourself, oh, see, I have failed, when this is not the truth. All you have to do when this happens is to remain unmoved. Remain unmoved. It is done already. And the only reason why you still have those things happening, it's probably because you did that before. You already had an unwanted circumstance and you reacted to it. And then you created another one, and then another one, and then another one, because every time you react, you own it. You say, you see, I have failed. And because as I am, you are all things. And I am, unlike the human character, doesn't judge. Everything is good. Everything is okay. Everything is good, bad, neutral. I am doesn't care. So every time you put your focus, your attention on the unwanted, you are saying to I am, yeah, I want that now. Therefore, you manifest that now. But that was not what you wanted. So guys, It's very easy. Once you have made a decision, once you have assumed the feeling, the knowing that this is yours, just stay there. No matter what you do, no matter what happens, remember, I've already chosen. I'm already that person. Therefore, if anything else happens, it doesn't belong to me. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? So this is all I have for you today, but this is super duper important to keep in mind. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, for liking and sharing my video. This helps the channel and helps more people to become aware and awake of who they truly are. And if you need my help, check the links down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.